Hello, I am here today at Goldfish Swim School with Megan, who is their general manager. And we are so excited to be here today because if you don't know, Goldfish Swim School has just opened in Aliso Viejo. They are the first California goldfish swim school, and there are 85 goldfish around the country. So this is a pretty amazing school, and I'm really excited to be here. And Megan is going to tell us all about everything they have to offer, how your kids can get involved, and all the amenities that they have. So without further ado, please welcome Megan. I'm so excited to have her. So just tell us about Goldfish Swim School.
So Goldfish Swim School actually started in the early 2000s. It became a franchise in 2009. It actually has a curriculum-based swim lesson program that is geared towards safety and fun and interactive play with our kiddos. We franchised out in 2009. We have 85 locations since then in the United States and in Canada. We are, like you said, the first one in California, so we're super stoked about that.
Yes.
So we are just excited to bring this fun environment here to where we can give that golden experience to everybody from when they walk in the door to when they leave, and to give that wow customer service and to make sure that we're making kids safe while they're learning how to play and swim in the pool.
Yeah, and I can say from firsthand experience, when my son walked in here, he immediately walked through and he said, "Mom, this is amazing." So when they talk about a golden experience, they mean it from everything from the parking, which is vast.
Great parking.
Great parking. To all of this, which if you can see behind me, we're going to talk more about the pool and all the amenities. But I want to talk to Megan about, as a mom, the very first thing I can expect when walking into Goldfish Swim School.
Sure. So as soon as you guys walk in, first thing we're going to say is, welcome to Goldfish. We wanted to be super excited for everybody that walks through our door. If you haven't been here before, we're going to ask you if you want a tour, and we're going to give you a tour of our facility from our front desk to our retail area to our pool. We do have you go out onto the pool deck. You get to feel that 90-degree air temperature that we have there that keeps that no shiver policy that we do have. And you get to touch the water, which is 90 degrees as well. We have that no shiver policy because who wants to go somewhere where they're going to be cold when they're learning? So when you come here, we keep the atmosphere on the pool side 90 degrees for air temp, and the water temp 90 degrees too. So when you're waiting, when our kids are waiting for their turns, for their swim lesson, they get to sit there in nice tropical weather and water. We also have that state-of-the-art filtration system where we pull our chlorine through salt, and we actually generate that here on site. We have a UV system that's super safe for our kids because it kills additional bacteria in the water, and we want to make it an enjoyable experience for our kids. So as soon as you walk in that door, it's going to be enjoyable for the kids. I love coming to work every day because we have the bright colors, and it's so much just fun being here. So it's kind of hard not to like Goldfish as soon as you walk in the door. From our curriculum, it is all base play and safety, so we hit those safety skills really hard in every single lesson, because not only do we want our kids to be fun or have fun while they're here learning, but we want it to be so it's a safe environment for them to learn, and they learn those water safety skills as well, which is huge for us at Goldfish.
Yeah.
So Maria,
Yes.
we have a question here.
Sure, of course.
What is the youngest that they teach to swim?
Okay, that's a great question.
Great question.
Yeah.
So we go from 4 months to 12 years. We have mini classes, which are our parent and taught classes. We have mini 1 and 2s where the parent is in the water, mini 3s and 4 where the parent is out of the water. That's usually around the age of 3. The ratios for those classes, the parent classes is a 1-to-6 ratio, 1 instructor to 6 participants. For the mini 3 and 4s, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. And then all of our other classes, junior up through pros, are a 4-to-1 ratio.
So she kind of just touched on the classes. So as a mom, I want to kind of talk about what to expect when my child goes to class as far as the ratio, what they can expect. Is there any incentive after class? Is there anything that kind of differentiates and makes Goldfish Swim School the place that your kids want to take a lesson?
So one thing that we pride ourselves on is knowing all of our participants' names. So that's one thing that they're going to learn, is they're going to be excited to come because, one, we're going to remember them. We want to remember them. They're our clientele, but they're also our friends and our family. So we want to create that family atmosphere. So at the beginning of every class, we do a door call from from our deck supervisors, and they're like, "All right," they have a script that they read, and it's like, "All right, swimmers, it's time for our 4:30 lesson. Please join us on the pool deck to meet your teachers and go to your lanes." So from there, it's structured from as soon as we start the lesson. Once the kids get into the water, we do have that 4-to-1 ratio if it's the older kids, 3-to-1 for the youngers, or the 6-to-1 for the parents. Just making sure I'm getting that out there. Yeah. We have certain lanes, and we also have so many fun tools for our kids to use when they're in the water, from barbells to kickboards to diving rings, where each lesson is geared in repetition with safety skills and teaching them how to learn in a fun environment, learning how to swim. All of our instructors are lifeguard certified.
That's kind of amazing.
That's
rare,
all of our instructors
right?
are lifeguard certified in Ellis. We have a lifeguard on the deck as well as a deck supervisor. Anytime we have a kiddo that might be a little afraid, we have that extra staff come and sit with us or sit with the kiddos in the class, so that way it's just another support system for them. We are huge into celebrating, huge. That is something that we pride ourselves on. And with that celebration is we have kids that are first timers. If they've been afraid to put their face in the water for 2 classes and they did it today, we are super excited and we make that a big deal, because it is a big deal. So we give ribbons for putting your face in the water, going underwater, making it your 3rd day and you haven't cried. That's a big deal for us. We want to make sure that we're celebrating those positive things that are happening during our lessons, so the kids continue to come and want to learn. So once they are done with the lessons, we get ribbons. We also do progress reports for our parents. So we have a progress report week. If it's their first time, we let them know this is the class that they should be in, or they're actually a little bit better, so we're going to move them up to the next level. So that's something that we also give on their first day, is a progress report to the parents to know what they're going to be learning in those classes. And then we have, like I said, progress report week, where we hand out the progress reports to the parents to let them know like where they're standing in the class, if they're ready to move up, if we have 1 or 2 skills we still need to work on. And we also have, we do celebrations when they do move up to the next level as well.
Okay, now Megan, I see another question here. You had mentioned earlier about salt and chlorine.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that important?
Great question.
It's actually really important because with our chlorine in our water, sometimes it can get out of balance. So we want to keep a pH balance, which is about a 7.5, which is neutral for our skin and our hair, and it makes it really awesome for our eyes as well. And then with when pulling chlorine through salt, it's a more of organic type of filtration system or chlorination system for our pools, which makes it safer and better for our hair and skin.
That's awesome. Great question. So the question was about their salt system also the UV.
Yes,
right.
The UV system also kills the additional bacteria in the pool as well.
Yeah. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I want to just, as a mom, go back to, because so sometimes kids are afraid to go, and I love that you guys celebrate the achievements that they've made, even though they are afraid. So you would suggest, even if your child is a little timid about the pool, that Goldfish is a great place to be, because you're not going to say, sorry, wait until you're unafraid, because swimming is kind of scary.
It can be scary, and we do understand that, especially with our 3-year-olds, there can be a little bit of separation anxiety, but we do try to make it a learning experience for our kids. So we always ask the parents to stay on this side of the glass. If you guys can see our blue chairs, we ask that they stay on this side, because we want to make that trust and build that trust and that bonding with our instructors. We also do conditioning for the kids who are afraid to get maybe their hair wet or not used to that in the bathtub. We go through conditioning where we start with putting water over their hands, their shoulders, their necks, and then we go over their face, so they understand that we will be, sometimes they're going to have to go under the water. And we want to make sure we're conditioning them to do that, as opposed to just being, okay, you're going underwater. Like, we don't do that here. We want to make sure that we're conditioning those kids before they go underwater. And like I mentioned, we try to ask the parents if they are a little scared, so if we can build that trust to maybe move down so the kid can't see them. Sometimes out of sight, out of mind works too.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so tell me what happens, like, as far as your curriculum goes. If somebody, let's say my child is continually going with the same instructor, and then the instructor has something going on, will they continue with their lesson? Is it cohesive?
So all of our entire curriculum is based on repetition, so all of our staff go through 40 hours of training before we actually get them in the water to teach our lessons. So we do co-teaching to make sure that they are ready to go. If for any reason we do have to sub out a teacher, we let you guys know ahead of time, or we let the parents know ahead of time that they will have a different instructor. It's usually 1 or 2 days, depending on when we find out, because we all understand some of these are college kids and sometimes schedules do change. But we've all been taught the same curriculum, and we have a curriculum that we follow from step by step from skill 1 to skill 13. And it's the same skills in all of our level bases.
So also another question I have is, let's say my son or my daughter, they already know how to swim. What does Goldfish offer that could maybe not only get their their form to be better? Technique, yes. Technical person, I am not. To be better, and also what do you offer maybe to just encourage them to swim at a higher level?
So as kids go through our program, we do offer higher levels of swimming. So as they go through our glider program, we also have pros 1 and 2s, which are the kids that can swim by themselves unassisted across the length of the pool, the width of the pool. With there, we work on the technique of hand placement, how to do proper kicking. We learn the additional competitive strokes of butterfly and breaststroke, technical backstroke or simple backstroke, simple freestyle, those kinds of things to help them get ready. And then we also have a swim team that's called Swim Force for those kids that have aged all the way up and they're ready for that next step. And that's to get them ready where they swim the length of the pool, which we have a 25-meter pool here, to get them ready in case they ever want to go up to a club swim team. We're here to prepare them for that.
And what would you say to the parent who's like, oh, I want to get them in lessons, but it's not summer and no one's swimming. What would you say to that parent?
The best part about our facility is, as I forgot to mention in the beginning, we're an indoor facility. So that's awesome. We don't have to worry about weather being a factor for our swim lessons and something that our kids don't want to come in to do. Because we are indoor and we want to keep that tropical atmosphere, we also have a generous makeup policy. So once you register with us, we have a makeup policy. So if for some reason, dance class got moved or karate class is only on Wednesday because our son moved up in karate, we have a generous makeup policy, and we're also very flexible in scheduling as well. So with our makeup policy, we offer 12 makeups a year, which is pretty much 1 a month, which is super awesome. And we just ask that you contact us before your class starts. Even if it's a minute before, we can make those accommodations for you and get you in for a makeup class.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I see that we do have another question.
Okay,
from
great.
One of our moms here. Is chlorine okay for 8-month-old babies? Will it affect their skin in any way?
Our chlorine will not. So if it's balanced correctly, it shouldn't. But with our chlorine, because we pull it for salt and it is on a more organic way of pulling the chlorine, your kids aren't going to be itchy. They're not going to dry out. And like I said, their eyes are going to be awesome. Like we shouldn't have any of those issues.
Now with the lessons, how long are the lessons? And
great question.
Good question.
What is being taught in the lessons?
So our lessons are once a week for a half an hour each. They go through a step-by-step process for our curriculum where we do work on the conditioning, we work on going under the water and holding our breath or blowing bubbles. We go through kickers, we go through pullers, we go through floating on your bellies and your back, or our octopus float and our sea otter floats. So we do that with every lesson, so that way we can make them sure that they're water safe in case of those incidents where we have someone in the pool. They already have those skills ingrained in them to get them to the nearest wall, to float, to get the air until we have an adult come by. And we also teach them the safety things of who's the lifeguard on the deck, what's the nearest wall in case you fall in. We want to make sure that we're hitting those safety skills as well, and that's taught in every single lesson.
Awesome. And as far as your lessons and your classes are concerned, let's say you're like, oh, I'm a mom and I have a son or daughter who knows how to swim, but you know what, summer's coming up. Can I get in and get some refresher courses? Is that a possibility that you guys can, help them out?
Sure. On their first day that they're here, like I said, we do some evaluations to see where they're going to be best fit. We never want to move kids down a level, so we always start them at the beginner level of their age bracket. Once we see where their skill level is at, we will move them up. We want to build that confidence for the kids. We never want to knock them down. So that's why we always start them at the beginning level. We get them in now. Hopefully we can have them through our program and on the swim course by the time summer starts.
Awesome.
But progression does depend on the child itself. Sometimes it takes them a little bit of time to learn the rollover correctly, and that's okay because we want them to learn at their own speed. We don't ever want to push somebody to do something they're not ready for. So we let them learn at their own speed, and we do some evaluations throughout every lesson. We have our deck supervisor and our teachers that, hey, if they think they're ready, we'll give that evaluation to get them ready. But with all of our lessons, we do the same skills over and over until they master them and ready to move up to the next skill. We also offer casual lessons as well. So if you're not able to commit to the monthly once a week, or you're a nurse or a doctor, or you travel a lot, we have casual lessons where it's a lesson on an as-needed basis. So you can come in whenever you have time. That's something to be aware of with those, though. You have to be careful because we might have a different time frame available, and it might be a different teacher too, or even a different day. So it's just based on our availability at the time.
I love that. I love that you are accommodating to everybody's needs.
Yeah, we do as best as we can to accommodate wherever we can, because we understand we're all working parents and,
busy schedules.
A
lot of busy schedules.
A lot of busy schedules. You have dance class and this and that, and we want to make sure that we can accommodate as best as possible to get your kiddos here and be water safe.
That's amazing. So, is there another question?
Oh, yes. No,
sorry.
Megan, once the lesson is done, what does Goldfish offer in terms of after the lesson, the amenities that we have here?
Oh,
yes,
good question.
We're about to touch on that. It's exciting.
So after our lessons, we have on-deck showers that are warm. They have a better shower head than I have at my place. So I'm super jealous, and I want to shower here every day because it's awesome. We offer body washes too. If you have shampoos or conditioners, or maybe your child has an allergy to some type of washes or lotions or anything like that, we just ask that you bring your own, because we never want to be that type of company that has our kids have an allergic reaction to something we've provided. Here on site, we have 14 individual changing huts. They're super cute.
They are very cute.
They all have locks on the doors. The doors come down, so we don't have to worry about little kiddos crawling out or in, because sometimes that does happen. There are benches where you can put your set down or your kiddo to sit down, and there's also hooks in every single one of our huts. We have 4 ADA compliant bathrooms, all have a changing station in them, as well as obviously hooks and all those kinds of fun things. We have an family style changing area as well for the infants, where it has cubbies. And we also have a hair dryer station, which is so awesome. So when you come dry, you get to leave dry. We also have our suit dryer station as well. So you can put rash guard suits in there. The only thing that we don't allow in there are towels. I'm sorry, but when you come, you'll see the hole's little tiny, and we don't want to ruin those. So the only thing that you should be taking home that is wet, and it should only be damp really, is your towel. Everything else will be dry, including your kid.
That's amazing. And you also offer, over here we have all sorts of swimsuits and swim diapers, and there's like a whole gamut of goggles and towels, and there's also some snacks for the kids when maybe sibling is waiting and bored, or mom is like, I just need something to eat, which I love, because oftentimes that my youngest son is always waiting for my older son and is hungry every time we go anywhere. So I love that. And then I also love that you guys have like a different theme every month to encourage people to just be excited to be here.
Actually, let me touch base on that a little bit.
Yeah.
So every month we do celebrations. So like I mentioned in the beginning, we are super big into celebrating not only achievements, but every month we do a different celebration. So right now, I know today's the 31st, but we're celebrating the new year because it's in January. So we have coloring pages. We do our little free bubble giveaways at the end of the lessons. We have tattoos. Our lessons are kind of geared towards them in our curriculum towards each of our month celebrations. So next month we'll be doing, love and friendship for February, and some of our lingo will change in our lessons. This month we did firework kickers or confetti pullers, kind of just go along with that theme. And so next month we'll have a different theme of terms to use during our lessons, as well as different coloring pages, different bath toys to take home, different tattoos. So we try to celebrate every month and incorporate it not only into our curriculum, but into our facility as well. Like you mentioned, we do have our retail section here where if for some reason you're running late, oh no, I forgot the swim diaper, we have them here for you to purchase. We have towels, goggles, caps, hairbrushes, because sometimes that could be something that gets left behind. It's one of those last minute grabs and it's like, oh, I left it on the counter. We have swimsuits, and we have some Bubbles toys that you guys could also purchase too. And we have a super awesome snack shack that has healthy snacks in it, not only just chips. So we have all kinds of fun things.
At Goldfish, do they offer anything besides swimming lessons?
Yes.
Yes. So we have family swims, which we offer during the week and on the weekends. So please come by with your families, and everybody can try the water, which is super warm. Believe me, it's so awesome. We also do birthday parties as well. With our birthday party package, you get 2 lifeguards, the run in the middle of the facility, so it's pretty much a private event for 2 hours. You get a party coordinator that helps you move things along throughout your party. You get about an hour, or however we want to work it out with swim time, up to 24 participants. We even give you guys the invitations that are so adorable. They have our mascot bubbles on them, and so you guys.
Great.
don't have to worry about that either.
We just show up.
You just
As
show up.
Mom just shows up, and you guys take care of it.
We take care of
Love
mostly
it.
everything. We even get the cupcakes for you. The only thing that we don't do is the food. And that's plating and stuff like that for California law is a little different.
I love that.
Oh, and I see another question
Yeah.
coming up. How do we get a hold of you? A number to call, a website, and do you offer any tours, or how can we come check you guys out?
Yeah, so we can schedule tours or you can do walk-ins. We are open 7 days a week. Essentially, we do lessons 6 days a week. We offer lessons on Saturdays and Sunday mornings, which I know is a huge bonus for those people that are working parents. We offer lessons in the afternoons as well. Our number is 949-505-5252, so give us a call. We can schedule a tour, and we also offer a free trial session where we can get your kids in, and that way we can actually place them too, where you guys could get them in, and we could do it today. We have classes starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you want to come for
call.
Call. We can schedule the free trial, and we could also do the tour at the same time. So that way your kiddo's in there getting his lesson, and we're giving the parents a tour, and they get to see all the stuff that we have to offer. And we do that every day that we're open. Mondays we don't have lessons yet, but we will get there. But we do tours on those days, and like I said, trials and tours every day that we are open and having lessons.
And I love the fact that they do lessons on the weekends, because even if you're like, oh, you know what, it might be a little far for me to drive, but on the weekends there's really no traffic. So 15, 20 minutes and you get your lesson done, and then you're good for the day.
And then once you're done, you can go to the beach. Because we're so close to the beach too. So not only did you get your swimming lesson in, but you get to practice that too.
Yeah, and the family swim is also a really great thing that I think differentiates Goldfish. It's something that they can utilize this whole pool, bring the entire family. Maybe you don't have a pool at home, so this is a great way to just enjoy swimming with your family and your kids can show you what they're learning, which I think is super fun and cool, because maybe one parent can't go to every lesson,
right?
So they can like show them how they're improving and be excited, and just being in this facility is fun.
And we have fun like toys that we put in the pools too. Like we have a race car, we have an airplane where the kids can like glide through the water and pretend like they're flying. Obviously they can't fly in the water, but we have fun toys that the kids can utilize during those families sometimes as well, and those also come out during birthday parties as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So if there are any other questions that we have to field, I don't know. Any other questions? But if you are seeing this post live, go ahead and write your question down, and we will pitch it to Goldfish, and they will be happy to get back to you. Once again, we've tagged them in the comments above, and you can always call them. You can come down. They have an open door policy. You can come anytime. Megan will greet you and will happily give you a tour. So come on down. They're going to have a grand opening on February 23rd. So be checking for more information about that. You can bring your whole family and check it out.
We have an Olympic gold medalist coming. She's doing a photo op and gonna help us out that day as well. Her name is Caitlin Saderno. I always want to think I'm saying her last name wrong, but it's from 3:30 to 5:30. We're gonna have arts and crafts, a balloon, face painter person. We're going to have refreshments. It's going to be family swim time, and the mayor's coming down. So it's a big deal for us because we want to make sure that we're incorporating everybody into this community. So come check us out. And we also have a workshop, Thursday on Saturday from 4 to 4:30. It's our mini workshop. It's $5 to come in, and it's just to explain certain things that we do during those mini classes as well.
Yeah, so we are super excited to be here at Goldfish. They just opened. They're having their grand opening on February 23rd. Call them for more details, or just come on down. They are more than happy to give you a tour, and I promise your kids will think it's amazing.
Like I said, I love it here. I love coming to work every day because it's so much just fun being in the building, and I think your kids will like it too.
They will, and it's so important to learn how to swim, especially living in Southern California. So if you have any questions, ask them below. They're happy to answer them, and we will. One last question.
So they're asking if they can get a sneak peek on the changing huts in that area, if possible.
I think we could potentially walk.
We can walk.
We're going to do this on the fly.
We're going to do this. We're going to do this.
I'm going to slowly walk over to the hut.
So this is our retail section. I'm going to do my best Vanna White I can. These goggles smell, by the way.
Ooh.
We have blueberry, sour apple, and cherry. It's pretty awesome.
Super fun.
I wish I had those when I was swimming.
Yeah.
So back this way, we have our display wall of the art of kiddos, coloring pages that kiddos have left for us. And if you can kind of look behind, Michael, if you want to keep coming with us, Doing a great job, Mike. Back here is our changing area.
I mean, how cool is this?
So we have, to the left of me, we have 4 changing huts. And then if you want to scroll back around, we have our hair dryer station. It's a whole area of changing huts, pretty much. So we have our suit dryers, our bathrooms, changing huts behind me, hair dryer station, and we have plenty of room for anybody.
Yeah. And this is great for a birthday party.
Yes, perfect for birthday parties.
Yeah. And a
actually,
place for parents
we'll
to
come
chill.
this way a little bit. As you can see, our pool is behind us. We keep the tropical theme here. Sorry. So we have cubbies that are here that you can put your belongings in as well. Our pool, which is super cute with our mural. We have the same artist that goes to every single Goldfish location.
Oh, cool.
And does the artwork, so that way we stay true to our brand. And it's all sea creatures. The thing that's kind of cool about us is we have surfboards in our mural, and no other location has that.
Oh, wow.
So we're super proud of that because
I
we're the
like
first
that.
California location we get surfboards.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us today. And like we said before, they are happy to answer any question. Come on down. Just walk right through the door. Megan will be happy to take you on a tour, answer any questions. Go ahead and call. And if you have any other questions, post them below, and they will be happy to answer them. So thank you, Megan.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. It was so wonderful to hear from you. And we will be hearing more from Goldfish soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Great job.
You did awesome.
Thank you.
You did awesome.
I felt like I was going over
sorry.
my words.
I
No,
think
I like you were a professional, but poor thing, she was like, you did
I
awesome.
finished, it's not like still recording, right?
I don't think so.